I can outbeat both of you two.
Okay, so let me do the intro bit and then just interrupt me.
Yeah?
Okay. And 3, 2, 1. 5 seconds of silence. Well, for fuck's sake. Welcome back to Would John Rather. I am not John. These are Johns. Johns, how are we? Have you heard about the... Interrupt me now. I've got nothing to talk about.
Okay, well, I'm going to challenge you to a geek off.
Oh, right. Don't worry about what I've got to say.
Right, what's the geekiest thing you've done in the last week?
I gave a blowjob to Stephen Hawking.
So I take it I win then, because neither of you have got anything at all.
Yeah, I lied.
Cool. Right, well, I've spent the last 40 minutes...
Wait. Before you go, I want John to come up with his pretend geekiest thing, because I tried.
I'm thinking about it. I think in my head. It's not great for a podcast.
And to be fair, I think out loud, which has not been great for our friendships. Okay, you tell us after John's story. Go on then, John.
Okay, I spent the last 40 minutes or so making a Dungeons & Dragons world map, because I had this idea, and I was speaking to my brother, and he's got no idea how to do basically anything, and yet he's run many sessions. So I thought, oh, well, I'll play to my strengths. What I know is the NFL. So what I'll do is I will steal the idea of all the 32 teams, either the mascot, the city itself, the name of the team, a bit of the logo, and sort of rework it so I have a basis of 32 individual cities or large towns that I can draw from, that I will have some sort of familiarity with. So if someone with a chance to trek to Warner's End, I'll know that Warner's End was in Arizona with the Cardinals, and I know that's going to be a hot, arid area, and it's going to be full of promise, but never delivers. So the town is constantly falling flat on its face and always trying to rebuild itself from the ground up. The workers are there, but the top structure of the city is in disarray.
Like a dried up mining town. That's how.
Similar to, with no resources.
Yeah, well, that's what dried up mining town. That's what I meant. But anyway,
never had any resources. But yeah, that's the sort of idea. You get the vibe.
I get the vibe. Are you trying to give me tips for our D&D campaign, John?
I'm not. No, I'm just proving to my brother that with the tiniest splash of fucking creativity, you can actually come up with something usable. Because he's had his players abandon him and they've run away from the regular sessions, which is a bit sad because they've been doing it for a good few years now.
Can I tell John?
Yes.
I'm telling you because this John knows. So we have our D&D campaign, which we're not too far into, but I'm sure you'd appreciate this. Of all of the things that they've hated, I don't know if I've said it on our podcast before, of all the things they hated, one of the puzzles I set them was basically there was a door. And as they approached it, it was a talking door with a very irritating voice, which I'm not going to do because I can't quite remember it. However, after about, I think, John, you'd agree it was probably about 7 minutes real time. I think 7 minutes is accurate. They eventually went, wait, are you locked? And the door said no. So they opened the door and just walked through. But basically the plan was for it to be a talking door and to distract them, even though the puzzle was just, there was no puzzle. It was just a talking door. But the voice was ridiculously annoying until eventually one of the characters was like, wait, are you locked? No, I'm not locked. I just wanted to come, and they just slammed it open and just walked past it.
Do you know why we approached it with such apprehension? Because one of the party had a magic pick any lock spell, which he used on a physical lock, which was there, and then the dungeon master went, a magic click happened, and a different lock that you can't see because it's hidden by magic opened, so you still have to open the normal lock, because we were going to derail his plans.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to being a DM. However,
we're now just talking about your D&D sessions.
Should we change the podcast to a D&D podcast? Like make it fresh and new?
No, because John would be too good at Dungeons and Dragons that I don't want him to play it.
That's true. Actually, he'd be savage.
So, would you rather
You didn't ask me what the geekiest thing that I've ever done this week is.
Wait, do you want to save that for later? No, you'll forget. You'll forget. No, tell us now.
The geekiest thing I've done this week was research the impact that rule changes that World Rugby made Hands in the Ruck 2 years ago have had on the game.
That's not geeky.
It's a little bit.
That's you being a jock.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I am.
If it's to do with a mainstream sport, a mainstream sport makes you a jock.
Fine.
We're going to go around your house and drink Bud Light, are we?
Fucking John, one day I'd understand. Anyway, fucking, why did we start this podcast with a jock?
No. Makes me sick.
How many jocks look into like and analyze
the successful ones?
Whatever.
We're going to ignore the fact that's way more jockey than me being able to remember every single NFL team and cities I play for off the top of my head.
Yeah, because that makes you intercontinental. Anyway, would you rather? I've got such a huge list from when I woke up the other night with inspiration.
Alright, stop bragging.
Would you rather?
Likes to show off.
Okay, tell you what. Would you rather tables, ladders, or chairs? Oh my.
Tables, ladders, or chairs?
Oh my.
Or what?
Did you say oh my?
Oh my. Like.
Oh my.
Do you not remember it from wrestling? Oh no, now I've become the jock. It was Lions and Tigers and Bears, oh my. From not Lion Witch and Wardrobe, The Wizard of Oz. And then WWF, when it was WWF, they invented tables, ladders and chairs. And it was tables and ladders and chairs, oh my. Tables and ladders and chairs, oh my. And it was the Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys versus Edge and Christian. That was the first tables, ladders and chairs match, because the Dudley Boys used tables, the Hardy Boys used ladders, and Edge and Christian always used chairs. But I'm not trying to inspire your answers by wrestling. It was just an inspiration from wrestling. So the question is tables, ladders, or chairs? Matches. Yeah, TLC.
TLC. Ted the Lemon Care? No, far from it, my lad. Tables. Because life would be a lot more chaotic if we didn't have the times table or the periodic table or even a table to sit and eat your dinner at. And you can sit at stools or benches. You don't have to have conventional chairs. You can go New Wave and have a standing table, like if you're at a bistro.
See, I'd rather have ladders because what would you do without ladders? You wouldn't be able to build higher than one story. You wouldn't
Bungalows. That's fine.
But there's not enough space for everyone to have bungalows. Land prices are at a premium these days.
I see no problem with that.
That's why everyone's building up. Bungalows waste a lot of space. The air above them, it's all wasted space. So that's why you need ladders.
A bungalow, isn't that just a one-story flat?
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
And
if ladders are so good, why were they replaced with stairs and then escalators and elevators?
They're just advanced ladders. And
but they're much better than ladders.
An escalator is just an automatic ladder.
I'll just have my 10-story house with a lift.
Yeah, but how are you going to build the lift with no ladder?
With a set of stairs.
And how are you going to build the stairs with no ladder?
I'll climb the stairs as I make them.
like a lemming.
Like a lemming.
No, that's ridiculous.
How are the pyramids built? With ramps, apparently, not ladders. The biggest man-made structures in the world in the primitive age was made with ramps, not ladders.
And what is a pyramid? It's just a big ladder.
No, it's a big set of steps.
Which is just an advanced ladder.
Not really.
Yes.
Fundamentally, steps are at a 45-degree angle, give or take. Ladders can go straight up. That's their benefit. But we don't need that. So we replace them with something a lot safer, a lot more kind on the feet and the hands.
But no,
replaced with stairs.
You can't carry stairs around, can you?
Wrestlers do. They throw them at each other.
Anyway, also, ladders are the way to advance in Snakes and Ladders, and therefore ladders must be good. They help you build things and they help you advance in life.
The
Do you remember that
anti-snake.
Do you remember that really, really cool Samuel L. Jackson film, Ladders on a Plane? Oh, wait, no. That didn't happen, did it? Snakes are way cooler.
But the snakes were the bad guy in that film.
Were they?
Yeah.
The snakes are just snakes. The bad guys put the snakes on the plane. If a man shoots another man with a gun, does that make the gun evil?
Yeah.
Not the person pulling the trigger.
Okay, you've got me.
Anyway, you can play your kids' games. I will stick to my times table and my periodic table and help the world advance.
If we're going to play the game about what things are useless, tables are useless. You just sit with your food on your lap.
Like a homeless person? No, thank you.
I reckon these days more people sit and have dinner on their laps than at the table.
John, I know you bought a rather decadent property in London. Are you telling me you do not have enough spare funds to afford a table?
Oh, I've got one.
He does have one, but it's in storage because he bought a property in London, so there's not enough space to put it in.
No, there is. Come and have a look one day.
You've not invited me.
I thought you were going to have housewarming.
Not once have you invited me to your new property.
I have.
No, you haven't.
I just thought it was a given. You're always welcome to visit me.
Where am I?
Kirsten said you two were going to have a housewarming, and I was going to bring you an aloe.
Kirsten lied.
Oh.
Fucking bitch.
Fucking Benedict Arnold.
Sorry, delete that.
Okay.
Delete that from the edit. She's not a bitch. I love her to pieces.
So, also, how many people can you have sat round at a ladder?
That's not what you use a ladder
that's
for.
Not fair. How many people you get on a ladder? And just because you're winning, I'm going to go on the other side. He is on the property ladder.
That's a metaphorical ladder.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't believe in metaphors.
John does not believe in metaphors. Also, the only time I use a ladder is to get in the loft. That is the one and only purpose a ladder has in my house.
You use a ladder to get in your loft?
I've got a loft ladder, yeah. I pull it down at the ceiling.
To be fair, the last time I went into a loft, I was definitely in my mid-20s, and that was a case of on someone else's back, jump up and lift yourself in.
Yeah, see, it's even possible without a ladder. But the amount of times at work, at school, they're the only places I really need to reach stuff higher. I've used tables. Like, there's always a table against the wall somewhere. Climb up that, job done. There's no point in stopping play, going to the storage shed or wherever it is, grabbing a ladder and bringing it into the room when there's a perfectly fine, viable table.
But I could just put a ladder between two chairs and then put a piece of wood on top of it, and I've basically got a table. Don't fucking need them.
It's going to be the wrong height, though, isn't it? Unless you're going to sit on the floor.
I'm going to call it there. And John, you had me, but health and safety dictates that you can't stand on top of a table. It's not okay. I know it's PC gone mad, but we're going to go with ladders. Ladders win.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. Speak to your local, was it councillor? No.
Health and safety representative.
Yeah, exactly. So speak to them. It's not my fault.
Well, no, it is.
Well, no, I really wanted to go with tables. Tables should have one, and
I've seen you eat a wasp. Don't give me health and fucking safety.
Oh, that's got nothing to do with tables and ladders now. No. Objection.
Sustained.
In
Thank you very much.
I've seen you defended eat a wasp.
Judge rules.
Judge rules. Eating a wasp is stupid. So are you.
Okay.
Judge rules.
And now,
Judge rules.
now, because you're inside me, you're going to lose the next question as well. Do we have a suggestion?
I'm fine with that because I love making John answer questions, having to disappoint one of us. That's always the highlight of this podcast. If you're teeing that up, thank you very much.
No, ladders help build bigger things. You don't need a ladder to build a table, but you might need a table to build a ladder.
The architect used to be able to draw the picture up. Without the architect's table, there would be scrunched up designs on napkins And that's not very health and safety, is it? Can you build that? What? How do I build a 60-foot coffee state? No, ignore that.
We've done it. Do we have a suggestion of the week?
Fuck health and safety.
I feel like that would benefit your previous argument, but I don't think it would benefit the general public, because the general public aren't intelligent, and I love how
last week we were not pro knife crime. We just put that out there. We were not pro knife crime.
Do you know what I love about the statement? Fuck the general public, because they don't understand health and safety. Is everyone listening to this goes, yeah, I agree with that, because health and safety is stupid. Some of you listening need health and safety. That's just a fact.
Like when you buy new iron, it says do not iron clothes while wearing them.
If you go over to
Somebody has tried it.
certain places in Europe, like Amsterdam, there aren't fences next to the canal.
See, everybody thinks that health and safety is ridiculous until something goes wrong, and then everyone's looking to sue because the health and safety wasn't good enough.
I stand by it. Take all of the safety messages off of everything, and then there won't be a food crisis anymore. I mean, we've got a very good friend who I once stopped from drinking bleach because he thought it was milkshake. But are they the kind of people that we want to survive?
Are these the type of people who want breeding and reproducing?
Exactly. There's no chance of inbreeding.
Is that a promise or a threat?
It's just there isn't. Well, he might do one day. He might do one day. Bless him. And if he's a good enough friend, he'll listen to this and attack me directly. But anyway, so is that our suggestion of the week? Fuck health and safety.
And badmouth your friends. Wait an undetermined amount of time before they pipe up.
Yeah, it was 12 years ago, but not badmouth your friends. Badmouth your friends that deserve it.
That's very specific.
I've got so many questions here. Okay, I'll go with this one. Would you rather have pockets or a bag?
Pockets. Because I don't normally carry enough stuff around with me to warrant having a bag. And I knew if I had a bag, I'd fill it with shit. Because I had a bag.
I want a bag because...
John, how many bags do you own? You own a fair few, don't you?
Yeah, I've got loads.
I thought this would be an easy argument for you. I want you to win this. I want you to be put under pressure next week.
Yeah, I do actually have loads of bags. The thing is you can never have enough bags.
Especially since they cost 5p now.
Yeah, those ones too. I was thinking of my hiking bags and my climbing bag and my trekking bag.
And your old bag, but you shouldn't refer to her as that.
But I, as a person, am always thirsty. Like, always. I think it's a curse. Because nobody else seems to be as thirsty as I am all the time.
Are you a thirsty boy?
John, it's called alcoholism.
No, not for alcohol, just for like water or squash. Just really boring water.
Do you know they don't have squash in America?
Yeah, they have it as a powder.
What? Like Kool-Aid?
Yeah, exactly, like Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
but they don't.
For ages. So John, for ages we were having vodka and lemonade when we first moved over there, and we were like, this doesn't taste right. And their lemonade is basically powder mixed with water. That's what they call lemonade. And we were like, oh, so we need to order vodka and Sprite then. But they don't have squash like we have it. Basically, you drink iced tea or juice or lemonade, which is non-fizzy powder and water. It's like mixing what's it called, sherbet and water together. That's what they call lemonade. But those are their soft drinks, other than like Coke and Sprite and stuff like that. Yeah.
So all that lot contains masses of sugar. No wonder they're obese.
So when we introduced our friends, because we would go to like the English section in the American supermarkets and buy like squash, or get our parents to send squash across, they would not only be amazed, but also we started calling it squatch, because they would mishear us and they'd call it squatch.
Yes, their socks.
So anyway, I'm always thirsty, and so I need to carry a bottle of water around with me all the time, and bottles of water don't fit in your pockets. Also, if I've got a bag with me, then I'll probably put my keys in my bag, and that means that my trousers last longer, because there's one thing that ruins my trousers, it's keys in my pocket. And yeah, so if I didn't have pockets and had to carry a bag around all the time, then my trousers would last longer, which saves the environment and all that. And also
And all that.
and also I could carry my bottle of water around without having to hold it in my hand. And if I've got a bag and it's got a bottle of water in it, I'm probably going to bring something else useful, like a jumper and a board game. Or
a coyote.
Yeah. Whatever fits, basically, because there's no point in carrying around an empty bag on your back. You may as well have something in it. So in my bag, I'm going to keep Quarto and a game of Hive.
Are you expecting me to compete with that?
Well, you're talking about pockets, which, if I remember correctly, is a game that John invented. Not to help you at all, John.
What do you mean?
Oh wow, he doesn't remember.
Oh.
No, it wasn't the game I invented. I got told to set up a Facebook group the next day.
Yeah, no.
I had no idea what was going on.
Okay, when I say John, sometimes you have to go, is he talking to me? Not you, the other John invented the game Pockets.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Oh, this didn't go to plan?
I'm waiting for you to award John the win so you can stress him out for the whole week.
You've not argued anything to do with Pockets, though.
Okay, I gave my argument.
A very brief one.
Do I need to elaborate? Because it makes no sense to just overladen yourself with tat and board games. When was the last time you played a board game on the fucking tube, John?
Well, I've got an app version of Hive on my phone, so I've played that on the tube.
Okay, on your phone, which you can keep in a pocket.
Fair.
I don't see the point in labouring over why you shouldn't carry extra stuff around with you. My pockets are one thin layer of cotton away from my skin, so I can feel where my keys and my phone are all the time. I don't have trousers made out of cling film, so my keys don't poke through my trousers. I'm okay. But if I were to have them in a bag, depending on which pocket they were in, and if I happen to go on public transport a lot, which I don't have to, luckily, people could crack the bag open a zip, put a hand in, and remove the contents quite easily. But the way I keep my valuables on me in my pockets, I think I'd feel someone sticking their hands only centimetres away from my groin area.
Oh, so you do remember the game Pockets?
Yes.
I remember being pissed at my face with someone with their hand in my pocket, my hand in someone else's pocket, and then someone declaring the loser was the first person to take the hands out the pockets, to which someone within 4 seconds needed to go for a piss.
The game was basically you put your hands in each other's pockets, and the first person to take your hand out of a pocket loses.
But that's not productive for drinking. You're having a New Year's Eve party.
Only if you're not tactical.
One hand in someone to the right and one hand in someone to the left. We've just formed this big laser-themed pocket circle.
Only if you're not tactical. That's why you only ever put one hand in a pocket.
But everyone had all the hands in all the pockets.
Yeah, because it wasn't. Everyone was like a beginner.
Yeah, we hadn't established a hierarchy of talent.
Well, I'll tell you what. I play rugby. No, I play Pockets Union, not Pockets League. So my rules are different to yours. Don't ask me what the rules are. There we go. What game?
I think
bags?
Pockets win. I think Pockets win just because nothing to do with anything any of you have said. Obviously, tradition. But I've never seen a more excited girl come up to me than go, look at my dress, it's got pockets. Girls are more excited when their outfit has pockets than they are when they have a bag. Simple.
Equality for everybody. Pockets for all.
Exactly. Pockets for everyone.
So, what argument are now deliberately using to upset John?
Would you rather bubbles or glitter?
Bubbles. Because glitter gets everywhere, and it's really annoying, and it's bad for the environment. All the microplastics hurting the fish. And
But
I've heard of foam parties, but not glitter parties. Glitter parties I could see would be quite irritating.
I think
Getting all
it's
up in-
not. I think it's not a party unless there's glitter. If there's no glitter, it's not a party. That's why there's no such thing as a glitter party.
It's because there'd never been a party.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be a bubble party if there wasn't glitter. Glitter is yeah, it gets everywhere. I'll acknowledge that. But you've had a good night when you go into work the next day and somebody goes, "Why have you got glitter on your face?" And you go, "I don't even know."
Yeah, but that's because you used to work in Parliament and there was a lot of strippers involved.
Well, I'm just saying, you don't know where the glitter came from. You've probably had a good time.
Isn't that worse?
Yeah, I think if I turned it to wear glitter on me, everyone would assume I didn't wash and I was a stinky bastard.
That's the beauty of glitter, though. You can wash as much as you want. It's still going to find a way of sticking to you.
Yeah, glitter's gay sand. It's there forever.
Until one day it's not, and then it's time to go to another party.
I still think foam parties are better than glitter parties. Because glitter's a nuisance. People send people glitter bombs in the post. You know, open up, it's like, yay! And then you go, oh my god, it's absolutely everywhere. And then people spend weeks trying to get it out by hoovering the same patch of floor, and it just never works.
Yeah, it's bloody hilarious. Best prank ever.
You
No
do know
one's
that I'm
no
not your
one's-
wife for your address.
No one's ever been pranked by being sent bubbles in the post, because by the time they get them in the post, the bubbles are all burst. Bubbles are purely temporary, and I think probably you said glitter was bad for the environment. I reckon it just depends what your bubbles are made of, but they're probably also bad for the environment. If you had
Yes, I mercury
Bubble
bubbles all
wrap.
the time, John.
bubble wrap, yeah, there you go, bad for the environment.
Bubble bath, come on, it's good stuff.
Acid bubbles.
That's not even a thing, John.
It could be. Would John rather
Right.
get to work on the acid bubble technology?
Okay, if we're going to play that game, AIDS glitter.
No,
If you put glitter is like gay sand, imagine having AIDS glitter. Imagine getting that everywhere. How many people are going to end up suffering because of your?
that's homophobic.
I'm not the person who said it's like gay sand. I'm just repeating part of your argument for you.
I didn't say gay sand either.
Also, I don't know why it's homophobic.
I was just trying to be controversial. No, I'm saying that if you put bleach in a one of those bubble containers and blew it, it would make bubbles, I reckon, probably.
I reckon if you got enough glitter and put it around a SARS ward, you'd get loads of SARS all over the glitter, and then you could make it into a glitter bomb, and then it'd be a biological weapon because there'd be enough surface area and contact, and you can't get rid of the glitter, so it's going to end up on somebody, and they're going to get SARS very, very easily. It doesn't matter what they do, it doesn't matter what they try and sterilise it and get it all off, it will still be there. They can't get rid of it.
You could use bubbles as a weapon. You get your dangerous acid, you put it into a bubble mixer, and then you blow it up at the building that you're trying to attack. Blow it in the face of somebody, and it looks like just like a child's toy, but it's not. It's acid, and you've just blown it in someone's face. Dangerous stuff. Dangerous. It's worse than standing on tables.
Balloons are bubbles, aren't they? They're a bubble of air trapped inside rubbery goodness.
And they're made of plastic, and they choke turtles.
A lot like glitter.
Yeah. And two wrongs make a right.
You can't turn glitter into a balloon animal.
But you could decorate a balloon animal with glitter.
It's just going to get everywhere. Why are you campaigning for this?
Because that's the game. If you just accept and bring glitter into your life, then it doesn't matter that it's everywhere. You've embraced it.
I
Right.
don't accept it.
You're only trying to get rid of it because you're being a negative Nancy. You're not in the party spirit if you're vacuuming it up.
And why can't you embrace the fact that bubbles don't always kill people?
Because it doesn't suit my argument.
You don't suit my argument.
Okay, so we've established what the point of the podcast is.
The point of the podcast is to bring glitter to the masses. The thing is about glitter is there's so much of it. It's very inclusive. The problem with bubbles is if one child has got some bubbles, everybody wants it, but there's only one blower. Whereas glitter, you throw that in the air and everyone can have some.
Glitters a contagion.
John is patient zero. He's spreading that shit whether people want it or not.
Yeah. It is like an outbreak of an infectious disease is glitter. Whether you want it or not, you're going to get it. So you may as well embrace it and enjoy it.
I don't want to embrace it. I don't want a gritty, horrible glitter all over the place.
See, there you go being negative again. Why has it got to be horrible?
Because it is. That's the point. That's the problem with it. If it was harmless and disappeared like bubbles and didn't cause any ill effects, then I'd be completely on board with you, John. But it's not.
Yeah,
It's been around for ages, and it's just really irritating.
It only causes ill effects to the environment because you're trying to get rid of it, because you're flushing it down the toilet and brushing it into the street. If you just embraced it and rolled around in it...
I'll tell you what, I'll start putting glitter in my blue recycling bin and see what they do with it.
No, don't put it in your... You're still trying to get rid of it.
Mr. Trice, what the hell are you doing?
If you're putting it in your recycling bin, you're still...
Every single week.
That means the party is over. Take it out of your recycling bin and throw it back around your house. It's party time, man. The council might ask why there's so much noise, and you can say, well, it's because John made me have a glitter party that don't exist because it's not a party without glitter.
I remember you having a glitter party.
Hey?
I was just saying, I can't remember you having a glitter party, but I've just remembered. You're one of those white girls that goes to festivals and puts, like, those little dots of glitter on their face. That's obviously where you're coming.
Yeah, obviously.
You're going to go see Ed Sheeran and Foles and Arcade Fire.
Probably not, but...
No, you have to.
He'll watch it on BBC iPlayer while putting glitter on his face.
Yeah, I'll be late to the gig because I was putting glitter on.
I will call it, but only because of the whole disposable plastic thing. And it is much, much easier to kill a turtle with a balloon than with glitter, so balloons win.
What? Wait, you're pro killing turtles and making me ask questions next week when I specifically wanted John to do it.
I'm a smoker, and turtles make perfect ashtrays. So,
right? Ashtrays also make perfect ashtrays.
Are you questioning me? Fine.
Is there a way to have a turtle?
Fine.
Ashtray?
Glitter. No, I. This is the first time I'm retroactively changing my mind. Glitter wins, and the first opportunity I get, I'm going to make you throw handfuls of glitter at a turtle until it dies.
But keeping turtles alive is good.
That wasn't how you made it sound. You're both arguing far too long about killing turtles. I thought that was the aim.
Shit, did I just win?
Yes.
Yes,
you did.
Oh, Christ.
But the next time we're exposed to turtles, we're gonna throw handfuls of glitter at it because John told us to. So you got that to look forward to.
What, killing turtles with glitter?
Yeah. The worst part is if they don't die and then they go home to their turtle girlfriends and the turtle girlfriends are like, "You've been at a strip club again," because they've been having sordid affairs with jellyfish that keeps them. They love them even though they're only doing it for their job.
Do you remember I was going to buy you a turtle for a housewarming present, so I realised how expensive they were?
No. And at this point, I'm glad you didn't, because you'd only come and kill it by throwing handfuls of gay sand into its aquarium. I have not been John, and these two hate turtles.
No, you hate turtles.
We will see you next week.
Totally awesome, babe.
for nothing. He's something. We want somebody to